You making shrewd business moves, shrewd in judgment too, shrewd market in a stew. Don't ever get me chopped and screwed. You can't lose. Our podcast definitely shrewd each and every week.
All right, so our next guest has had more career pivots than most people have jobs. He went from banking to law, Beverly Hills hairstyling, to building a skincare brand from the ground up. Somewhere between South Jersey and Rodeo Drive, Marcus Andre figured out how to turn reinvention into a business model. Today, he's the founder of Love Thy Skin and proof that betting on yourself can pay off. Welcome to the show, Marcus Andre.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Nice. I like that intro. It was accurate.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead. You go. No, start off, bro.
if you had to explain your journey from South Jersey to where you are today, how would you tell it?
Oh my God. How would I tell it?
Yeah, how would you tell it?
It was very chaotic. I manifested it. I manifested a lot of it. I believe that if you can like envision something, it'll happen. So when I was in South Jersey, like I grew up like from a Virgo mother who was like the Beyonce of the family. And she was always like, go to college, work really hard, get a good job, and make sure your credit's good and all that type of stuff. But I was always defiant. I'm like, I'm going to do something else. So like as I was going through life, like I went to Delaware State, I went to school for marketing, I did what I was supposed to do. But like something in me always felt like I was supposed to do something else because I was too interested in like how things function opposed to what it was. So like we would go to like Six Flags and I would be like, I wonder who built these roller coasters. And I would research it. Like who's the engineer? How did they do it? How much did it cost? What was the return? Like I was into that as a young child. So I would research it. So my mom would buy me like these model little roller coasters and planes. And I was always into like building things. So when I went to college, I just like dipped out in like 2 years. And I was like, I mean, I'm not saying don't go to college, but I was like, it's not for me. It's taking too long. And I moved back to Philly from, cause I'm from Jersey, but I went to Delaware, moved back to Philly. And then I just started working for Wells Fargo in like auto finance, underwriting and stuff like that. And then I pivoted over to be a paralegal. But I was like, I got to find a way out. And my mom was like, why don't you just do hair? And I was like, okay, I'm going to go to LA and do hair. And I just packed my bags with like $700 and flew to LA.
Oh, wow. Now, pause. How did she just suggest this random thing? This is something you was doing?
I was doing hair. Okay, I flipped over that. So I was doing hair. Like, it was always something that I knew how to do.
Right.
And I would just like, it would be like the girls going to the strip club, the girls going out at night. I would do the quick weave with the bang. Like, it was one hairstyle. I had it down to a science. I did it every weekend. I was making money, but I never thought of it as like a big career. Even though I knew people had salons, everybody getting their hair done. I didn't think of it that way. I was just like, I got to get out of Jersey. I got to get out of Philly.
Just a side hustle at that point.
Yeah, so I just flew to LA. Like I called my mom at the airport. I was always just like way over the top. Like everything, like people say doing stuff for the plot. I've been doing that since I was like 16. So I went to the airport and I was like, I'm gonna fly to LA. I have a friend there and she's gonna like help guide me.
Right.
And I had this vision of going to this certain school called Tony and Guy, which is like the top of the line hair school. Cause I feel like if I was gonna do it, go to the best cause I wasn't licensed.
Correct.
So I flew to LA with my $700. I caught the bus from Hollywood to Santa Monica to that school. And I walked in there and I was like, I want to come to this school. And she was like, do you have any money? And I was like, no, but I can take out a school loan or something. Right. I took out a $20,000 loan and that's where like the hustle started in that school. Because I had to figure it out. I didn't have any money and I had to figure out how to make it work while I was in this school. So
yeah, you definitely didn't have any money.
No, I had
like you said $700.
$700.
And he said Hollywood and
I was in
Santa.
Hollywood.
What?
Hotel rooms were like $50 in LA in 2011.
Wow.
Like on Sunset Boulevard, that's like basically the whole stroll.
Yeah.
So I'm in like sleazy hotels with my friends. Like they're coming from Philly. I'm like, y'all need to come to LA. It's so much going on out here. And we all come to LA and we're splitting these hotel rooms and I'm catching the bus to cosmetology school every day.
Yeah.
And the way I was able to make money was like the school was set up like this really prestigious salon. So it never looked like a school. So what I would do is go to the club every night. I would go to West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Century City, everywhere where they had money.
Right.
And I would meet these girls and I'd be like, you need your roots done. You need your roots touched up tomorrow. And they would come into the school. Now at the school, they were charging like $20, but we were allowed to get tips. So I would tell them, you're going to pay me $150 and you're going to pay the school $20. They thought they were coming into like a salon that's like really over the top because it's by the beach and it's very like, it's all glass and everything. It looks beautiful, but they didn't know it was like an academy because it's not set up like that. Their business model is we're going to build academies that look like high-end salons to get you prepared for it. So I was basically like pocketing $150 every day or I would get like 2 or 3 clients a day. They're just coming in for like cheap hair. But if you find your own clients and you charge them what you want, then you're tipping me $150 every day.
Wow.
So I would get these clients every day, and I was pocketing my money until I was able to get my first apartment in Hollywood.
Will you say that that came from your marketing in school?
That came from the streets of Philly.
Yeah, that was super smart. Like,
Right.
I got a free location. I can bring people here. And I'm, like I said, you went to school and you may not stuck with the schooling, but that marketing.
Yeah, it was the marketing. It was what I learned, but it still was like, I feel like everything they were telling me in school, I already knew it. They were just, it was like a reassurance. And it was a piece of paper, but I was like, I gotta go. Like, I want to do it now. So that was the only reason why I left school. But
Yeah, that makes sense.
I did finish cosmetology school, so I did something.
Yeah.
You had successful careers in banking and the legal field. What made you decide to leave that stability behind and pursue beauty?
Because I could not sit at a desk all day.
Right.
It was driving me crazy just sitting there, and it's like waiting for them to give me a raise. And I felt like if I could just do things myself, I can make endless money because there's no cap. I don't want somebody to say, this is what you make. You make $30 an hour and that's it. And then you got to wait however long until they give you more. I just didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
And I was like weighing on my options. Like, I make more in 1 hour doing hair. So my miles would just leave and just go. So that's
And
what
it's
I did.
beautiful to say you set your own price.
Yeah. So what I would do, like when I graduated, I went straight to Beverly Hills. There was like 4 people in Beverly Hills that were black. They're not letting us over there like that. You gotta really come and like legit. So when I walked into the salon with my 2 models, did their hair, and was like, I know celebrities. I was lying. I was like, I know celebrities. I can get them in here. And they trusted me, and they let me come work in the salon. So I was working in the salon. In my mind, I said, I want to make $200 an hour. So whatever I was doing, it's $200 an hour. I don't care what you came in for. If you came in for a blowout and it cost $75, I'm going to upcharge you to $200. Well, I'm not going to make it cost more, but I'm going to add things on to make it $200. So I made $200 an hour. So I rolled it out.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, you gotta know
it's
what
like
you
saying
want.
a barber is that's going, I'm going to wash your hair, I'm going to dry your hair, I'm going to comb your hair, I'm going to do all this extra stuff, I'm going to go your beard.
Yeah.
When you're adding all those things to it and then you say $200, I'm not as mad.
No, but the thing is, you got 1 hour in my chair and I need $200.
Yeah.
And that was how I did it. So
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
This is like game.
yeah.
So what did punching the clock teach you that you still use today?
Nothing. It's like nothing. What did it teach me? It taught me to never do it again.
Yeah.
I don't know. The thing about it is I did learn, because now that I have a business, I do have to employ people. Now I don't have like the type of company where I have like these set employees. I have people that work on projects and it's kind of cycled in and out. But it did teach me like the structure of an actual business. Like sometimes I think things are supposed to look a certain way because I'm just visual and I like everything to look, cool, whatever. But it's not always like that. Like there's a structure and there's things that happen behind the scenes that people don't know.
Right.
So I was able to like learn that from working with attorneys, and just like being at that job, I know that I have to pay for my seat.
Right.
Like even though they're paying me, I have to do a certain amount of work so they get paid so they can afford for me to be there.
Right.
So I understood that like I have to, if you come over here, you have to like pay for your time
You have to
in my
perform.
space. Yeah.
Yep.
So I did learn that, but I would never do it again.
I
No.
don't blame you.
How did your marketing education at Delaware State prepare you for building your own brand?
The thing about the in Del State, the marketing program I was in, it's more like the visual side that I learned, because I learned things. I was doing a lot of my own research on top of what they were teaching us, because what they teach you is very like streamlined and kind of basic.
Right.
But it does kind of like spark something in you to like research beyond that. So like there are actual colors that make people buy things on like websites, and there's like there's buyer psychology. So once I got into that, that's when I was able to take it over into my own business. Because a lot of people, they just want to post on Instagram and everything just looks cool. But it's a lot deeper than that. Like when you get into like email marketing and tech and SMS marketing, like there's words you use, there's pain points in your site and stuff like that. So I learned all of that from school and then beyond that. And that's what made me able to make more money, because I was just like applying just those 2 years into what I do now.
So why'd you choose marketing?
It was I think it was like something that's just in me. It wasn't like an idea that I thought about for a long time. It was always there. Like everything that I did, I always was more attracted to like how it looks, how it's marketed, how much they make, and like you can ask me about random things. I know how much they make in a year, and I try to break it down backwards. Like how, because you should start with how much you want, and then you go backwards down to this single person sitting in that seat. So how do they create that amount of revenue from like one person? So that's the way my mind would think, and that's how I think in my own business.
Okay.
That was something he was doing when he was a kid. He's inquisitive, so he was researching and marketing.
Right.
It's a lot of researching, finding, following the algorithm, and understanding. So as a kid, this is something that he already knew. So I think that's probably why you got to college. It was like, why am I here? It's like, it was the same thing for me when certain fields. It was like when I got there, I realized I did so much homework beforehand that when they're teaching stuff, I'm like, I already know most of the stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And I knew I wanted to start my own business. It's like I'd never wanted to be the corporate guy. I could have been. I think I would be good at it, but it just didn't sound right to me.
Right.
Yeah, why not? Why make them rich when you can make yourself rich? When you understand that you can do it.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Were you always entrepreneurial?
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to draw on people's Tims.
Oh.
Like in high school and sell them. Like they would give me their Tims, I would draw on them and then give them back and charge them like $20 or $30.
So you can draw.
Yeah, well, at the time, I don't know. I haven't done it in a long time. I don't know. Maybe it might still look good if I did it today, but back then, it was good for the time.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm 42, so that was in like 2000.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm 43, and I'm like, they drew I had blue flames on mine, but they drew it.
Like flames.
Yeah, it was popular.
Or red flames. So you get two colors, and you get flames, and that's all they got.
Yeah, you remember? I used to get mine done.
Right.
What challenges did you face while launching and growing Love Thy Skin, and how did you overcome them?
Okay. When I started Love Thy Skin, I didn't know anything. I knew about skincare because I researched for 2 years. Okay. So it was in 2017 going into 18, I met up with this Asian guy in Koreatown. I basically went in there acting like I was going to buy all these products, and I just picked his brain because he had I Googled it. I was like, where can I, find like a supplier? So I found one in Koreatown in LA, and everybody knows Koreatown got everything you need behind these walls. So, but it's overpriced because it's in the United States.
Right.
So I'm just like there to get the information. So I'm collecting the information, and then I went online and started researching, and I ended up finding my supplier in Korea. This is before Korean skincare was popular.
Yeah.
So they were sending me stuff, and I had a friend who was an esthetician, and he was testing out the products, and he's like, you need to go with this. This reminds me of when I go to Chanel and buy my products. So that was what I chose. And then I started teaching myself about skincare. And then also like the company I work with, they're like, they want you to win because they want you to buy more products.
Yeah.
So they've been helping me with like just knowledge of skincare. Sometimes I come up with ideas because they make custom products. So if I see something, like I have in my serum, I have bee venom, which is like a topical Botox. It's like the most anti-aging ingredient in skincare. I told them that I wanted that, and they just like tested out the formula, and they were like, this actually is like a really good formula. So once they test it, they give you feedback on like if it works or not and how to do in the market or whatever. And then we just kind of like throw it out there, and it just stuck.
That's amazing. And I can contest the product is very good.
Your wife used to? Yeah.
No, I didn't yet, but my wife face, every day she like, yo, just touch my skin. That's all she said. Every day, just like I saw my skin in.
I was really specific about the ingredients. I'm like, this cannot be regular because it's way too much competition. And there's not a lot of black. There's a lot of black skincare lines, but it's very repetitive.
So if they see you're black and you go to a supplier, they're going to give you the shea butter, they're going to give you olive oil, they're going to give you the same stuff we've been using. And I was like, no, I want bee venom, niacinamide, orchid extraction oil. I want all the products that are in like La Mer in these higher end brands, and I want it to make it specifically for black people. And that's what the Koreans did. Koreans gonna do whatever you tell them to do. you tell them what you want, they gonna do it.
Thank you. All right. Why was it important for Love Thy Skin to focus on concerns like hyperpigmentation, acne, and skin rejuvenation?
Because, okay, this was what I was thinking. If I create something that actually solves a problem, I won't have to resell it to that customer anymore. So if they have acne or their skin is messed up in any kind of way, whatever, from hyperpigmentation, breakouts, oily skin is a big thing. A lot of people have super oily skin, which causes breakouts.
If I can fix that, then I can move on to the next customer because they're just locked in with it. And I kind of was thinking about like Clinique back in the day. I used to work at Strawbridge's for a little bit. This is before. What's Strawbridge's now? I don't like. That was like back.
That was a while ago.
That was a long time ago.
But Caldor's time.
Yeah, I remember.
Like Strawbridge.
Yeah, but I worked at like in the beauty counter. They always suck me in the beauty around the beauty stuff.
But they must have knew like it was something about me that fit. But the people were always buying Clinique, and I'm like, this is just selling like more than anything over here, more than any of the makeup, any of the skincare brands. And I started using it, and I was like, this is just something that's very simple that works. Right. So that's what I focused on. I wanted it to look luxury, and I wanted it to feel good, but I wanted it to actually work. Right. So I can move on from marketing to like another person, because it's like I'm also working for a fashion brand
in New York. He has to constantly recreate every season, and it's so stressful.
Right.
And it's like, I mean, even with hair, like it constantly evolves. They want something new with skincare. If it works, they're on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your first big break in the beauty industry?
First big break, I guess. I mean, I was working with celebrities when I did hair. Eventually, I started working with celebrities.
Right. Because in LA, you're gonna reach people in the industry very easily. You can go to Starbucks and sit there, somebody's gonna walk in. But what I did is I started doing the hair of the stylists that work with the celebrities. Because somebody's gonna always not be available in LA. Every single day, somebody's gonna show up late, or disappear, or pack their bags and go back home, and they will book for something. And that stylist is going to call somebody else. So if I did the stylist hair,
then they're going to call me to do their clients' hair. So I started working with like Brandy, Vivica Fox. I think I did Keisha Cole, like all the R&B girls and like actresses. So when I launched my skincare line, I was like, y'all better post. Like I had them in my back pocket.
Right.
But I would say, it was working with the celebrities. The very first celebrity I worked with was Maya. And she, to this day, was my favorite one.
Yeah.
Maya? Yeah.
But why was she your favorite?
I don't know. She just, it's her energy. When she walks into a room, like certain celebrities, when they walk into a room, you just like, okay, it's a famous person I see on TV. And then there's some, you know why they're famous. Right. And I thought when she walked into the room, I was like, I know why she's famous. Because she felt famous. Right. She felt just ethereal, and she was like really nice. She paid me right at the beginning. A lot of times they don't do that. And I don't know, she was just a vibe. And then Little Kim was like, I used to work for Angel Brinks. She was on Basketball Wives.
Yeah.
She has a fashion brand. I used to produce some of her fashion shows, and Little Kim walked in. And we had like a moment. That wasn't really anything for me, but that was one of my most exciting moments.
A moment for you,
Yeah, it was a moment for me. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm working this show. Like, where do you want to sit? I'm gonna sit you on the front row. Like, yeah, that was like a moment. Because I grew up listening to Lil Kim.
Right.
I actually was not allowed to listen to her. So I used to sneak. And
So that's why you like the more, though.
Yeah, so I finally got to meet her, and we had a little moment. She was not taking pictures with nobody, and she said, I'm gonna take one picture with you. She took two, and then she snatched my phone, and she deleted the picture she didn't like. And it was like, I kept that moment forever.
That's dope. Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah, that's real dope, actually. What were some of the biggest lessons you learned while working as a hairstylist in Beverly Hills and high profile clients?
Set your price as high as you want, and the clients will come to you. Like, you set the bar, and then you attract those people. As long as you can match the energy of the price you're setting.
Right.
So if you want to charge $2,500 for a sew-in, People will be like, you can't charge that much. Yes, you can. You might not be able to hang in the places that you would normally hang in. Like you have to go to the Waldorf Astoria and spend $20 on an appetizer and be around those people every day because you'll start to attract it. So set your price and just find the people because they're always out there somewhere.
Right.
And he just dropped another gem.
Yeah, that's it. Pick them up.
Go where they at. Spend some time where they at. Spend your money where they at.
You have
And
to.
eventually you're going to attract what you trying to
You have
attract.
to. I go, so when I was in LA, because LA got a lot of money, but LA broke is like Jersey rich. So I wasn't like, I'm like, I can't just be in Hollywood because I know these people got money, but the rent here is also $3,500 for a 1-bedroom. So I need to go to Malibu, Santa Monica, La Jolla Beach, San Diego, Orange County. And I was just like going where I would Google it. I'm like, what is the property value here? And how many millionaires and billionaires live here? And then I would go there. Because when you get there, everything costs the same amount of money as far as like what you're spending. Like a bottle of water is still $2. If you go out to have a drink or get an appetizer at a restaurant, it's still gonna be $20 to $30. So just do it there instead of doing it somewhere else.
Right.
That makes sense.
It does. So what surprised you most about Cali?
Ooh, what surprised me the most? I think LA was not what I expected. I think on TV they glamorize it, and when you get there, you're like, it is dirty.
Yeah.
Like you think the hood is over here. No, the hood is in LA.
Right.
You have to work your way to the hills when you get above it because they always shoot. If you watch a show on like that's based in LA, they always shoot from really high up above the palm trees, and they do it on purpose because the streets are crazy. So when I got there, I was like, this is it. Like I waited my whole life to get here, and this is it. So I was like, no, I just got to get to like Santa Monica and Beverly Hills, like where it's actually nice.
Right.
And then once I got there, I was good. But I was like, this is not what I thought.
When you get off the, like you go to the airport, when you get off the airport, like it starts off pretty good though.
It starts off good. You get in that Uber,
You see
you
the
put the window
LAX,
down.
you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
right.
you see that big LAX sign. The weather's good.
Yeah.
And
And then
you
they
put on
keep
some
going.
little West Coast music, and you this vibe or whatever, and then you land where you're gonna land, and it's not right.
Yeah.
It's like I gotta figure this out. I gotta-
See, I love it out there. I couldn't live out there, but I love it out there. I'm a fan of the team, so I'm a Niners fan. So
Yeah.
I just see things a little differently. But
Yeah,
yeah, I said the same thing when I was out there. I was like, man, this is not what I expected.
no,
You know, Hollywood ain't what you think.
No.
You know, so
you got to get like way above that to get to like what you see on TV, which is very hard. Because even if you wanted to rent in like Century City is like a place you would want to live if you wanted to look like TV, but your rent's going to be $10,000 a month.
yeah.
Ooh, man, I don't know if I could pay that.
Yeah, that's what they're paying there.
Yeah. And think of all the like struggling actors. Like a lot of people I know fled out there, and it's like 10 of them in a house trying to afford a house.
Yes.
So, but that's
Yeah.
what the struggling actors are out there trying to do. They whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, they taking any type of jobs just to stick it out there. And
Right.
I'm like, I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna produce right here.
I don't think I don't think you have to move to LA anymore. I'm glad I did it when I did. I feel like I did it at the time where LA was still a thing. But we live in this digital world. You could be anywhere. That's why I left.
That's true.
I lived there for 11 years and I ended up in Charlotte. They're like, what? You live in Charlotte? Because I'm like a socialite. Like I'd be outside like making moves.
Yeah.
But I don't need to do that anymore. I could just post and just create it and move on.
Yeah, Charlotte's a vibe though.
Charlotte is a vibe actually. And Charlotte got a lot of money.
A lot.
I never been.
That's what I'm
Does it?
saying. It's
Yeah.
a lot going on.
Charlotte has a lot going on, especially in like nightlife, food. All the banks are there, so if you need some money, just go kick the doors down, start asking for money. But Charlotte is a vibe.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I would love to go.
relocate, So
I would
Charlotte
love
has
to go.
the largest financial district outside of Wall Street in the United States.
Oh wow.
Wow.
All the
Yeah.
banks are in Charlotte.
Did you know that before you went, or you found out while you were
I did
there?
that a long time ago.
Oh, so you planned it. Okay.
And it's growing.
Right.
Yeah, it's growing.
I guess that might be my next move.
I want to buy a house there next year. A house in Charlotte is like $300,000, and it's huge. You get backyard.
It's a mansion, right?
Yeah, it's like a little mini mansion, so you
but
can really.
but the
flex out
whole
there.
everything, even like their sports teams. Look at the Panthers. Like they're investing in it because
Yeah.
the cities once they bring a lot of people coming here, a lot of money's coming here. They want winners. So
It's a gold mine out there.
yeah.
It might have to be the move.
Hey man, don't be shocked if I'm out there in a few years.
It's a lot of people from up here. It's a lot of people from New York, Jersey, Philly. They're all moving to Charlotte. They're either moving to Atlanta or Charlotte. I feel like Atlanta's just a little too crazy.
Yeah.
I love Atlanta, but I couldn't live there. But I think either one, like you could be successful. You could just do anything and it'll just work out.
Yeah, Atlanta too spacey for me. It's like less
Too spacey.
spacey. Yeah, it's like 20. Everything's 20 minutes away.
But that's Charlotte too. That's the South.
Yeah.
Yeah, the South is everything spread out.
Yeah. So, how did your experiences in fashion, television, and music video production influence your understanding of branding and image?
Well, this is the thing. I learned like the other side of the camera. I learned lighting. I learned from doing hair. I learned the makeup, how they prep the skin. Like I took in every single thing that was happening because I was on these shoots like all the time. Because a lot of times I was in the salon, but a lot of times people were calling me on set. We're on set for like 14 hours. So there's camera, there's all types of production. I was just taking it in. So when it was time for me to do my own thing, before I launched my skincare line, I actually did these campaigns for an entire year straight. Because I was like, I'm not going to launch this and make $600 on the first day. Right. It's going to be devastating. So I would do like all these productions. Like I would do these videos. I did these photo shoots. And this was 2020 during the pandemic.
Right.
So everything was dirt cheap because everybody was scared for their life. So the flights were like $20.
Right.
I was flying to Miami and I was working with these photographers and they have the best models in Miami because they're from everywhere. Right. They're like racially ambiguous. That the Haitians are all like beautiful. And we were just shooting out there, and I would just post every day like different photo shoots and say that I'm launching a skincare line. And I just learned how to like create all that from like hair, makeup, being on set. I just took it all in, and that helped make the launch better.
Yeah,
he
definitely.
just dropped another gem.
What was your?
He was using. Hold on. He was using the sets to build his premise for whatever he was launching. Yeah. So you need a big set. He used the set where he was on, and I guess you used your own camera or whatever like that. Video what you need.
I would hire photographers, but the thing is, it was good during the pandemic because nobody knew anything, and I think people were just doing whatever.
Right.
So everything was a lot cheaper. I ended up getting a place in Miami too. I was like living like a king on the water for nothing.
That is crazy
because the rent was so cheap, and I was just out there just doing photo shoots for a year, and I just kept posting like I'm dropping a skincare line. It's gonna be the best skincare line y'all ever try. And I kept posting every day on Instagram and Facebook. And then I had an idea to do a photo shoot that went viral, and actually Kim Kardashian copied. I know she copied off of me, but it was a lot of people copied. There was like 30 photo shoots that happened after that, but it was I took honey because one of my masks have gold and honey in it, and the model. His name is Noah Lamar from New York. I flew him to Miami. We did this photo shoot where I poured honey on his head, and the honey is like rolling down his face, and she just took the perfect shot.
Yeah.
And then we posted it the day it launched, and it went viral. And then like 2 months later, everybody redid the photo shoot. But it did not look like ours. And then Kim Kardashian came out with a photo shoot with honey running. I'm like, I feel like she copied. It was the same lighting, same everything, but
it's flattery though, right?
No. Give me my money. What are you doing? They're going to call me to do it. No,
that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't like it.
So what was the biggest challenge launching your own brand?
What was the biggest challenge? Okay, I'm going to get real. The biggest thing is you're not going to be supported by the people you think are going to support you.
Thanks.
It's not about the money, because all that up and down stuff, that's going to happen. Some days you're going to do good, some days you're not. But it was the thinking that I'm going to get all this support from like Jersey, and it wasn't what I thought. But it's also like they see me as the person they grew up with, so they're not taking it in as like this thing. Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm bigger than Target and Walmart. What are you talking about? But they see me as this person that we used to run around like South Jersey.
Right.
So once I got that out of my head, I was fine. But I think that was like the most shocking part of launching. Because I remember that first day when I launched, I'm looking at every single sale in Shopify, and I didn't see one person from my like hometown.
Wow.
Which was weird to me.
Wow.
But it was like all the people I met and all the people that have been like commenting when I kept posting for that year. They're like, I'm going to support you as soon as it launches. They did support me, but not the people I really know.
Do you hold on to that, or you just let it go?
No, I let it go.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's real.
It's real. Yeah.
I mean, so many people are going to be able to relate to that because we all say it. Every time we do something, we put it out there. The people we expect them to be there, you're like, hey, auntie, you ain't listen? Hey, auntie, you ain't watched the movie? They just did.
I don't know why it's like that.
And then you got somebody that's in like you said, Kansas that is a fan and love you, and oh my God, they can't meet you, and they are gonna break out in a cry when they meet you, and it's like, wow, Kansas.
Yeah. It's always the Midwest. Let me tell you something. That Midwest, they take care of you.
Yeah.
See? The Midwest, whatever you launch, it's something about like the middle of the country. Maybe because they don't have as much access to like New York and LA and Atlanta. Right. Their way of accessing it is to like be the consumer of whatever you're selling. And it's just something about that whole middle of the country. They're going to always support you.
So how about now? You left, you came back. Do your hometown support you now?
No.
Ooh.
They don't. But also when I come back home, I realize they're still in the same space.
Right.
And it's not like a dig at them, but they still go to the same bars we used to go to when I was like, when I turned 21, like literally go to the same exact bar.
Right.
So I don't think their mind can just like compute the fact that like I moved to LA and did these things and created this thing. I don't think it registers to them that way. They're still in the same place. So they probably don't even see the world the way I see it.
Right.
So, yeah.
And the goal now is to open it up to the new generation because there's a whole new generation in New Jersey. And once again, with a product that you have, knowing how many young adults are going through the acne thing and even older, if we can, our viewers can take it to them, then it can still exist because it should exist because what you're doing and what you've created, like a super hats off, and to know that you came from where we came from,
right?
New Jersey. I mean, that's a super blessing. So, like I said, I want all of our viewers to support it and make sure y'all get it. And yet again, like I said, acne. I want some because yet again, my beard be kicking my butt. So
you gotta use toner. I have a toner.
I'm gonna learn.
Yeah.
So, what's one piece of advice you would give somebody considering a major career change?
As far as starting their own business or just career change?
starting your own business.
You have to like. I don't think people understand how much work it is. You have to eat, sleep, and breathe it. It really needs to be something that's like. It needs to come to you as like a spiritual thing. Like it needs to be a part of you because then it'll never feel like work.
Right.
Because I would rather. Like being here, I'm talking about my business. This is exciting.
Right.
I would rather do this than like go out somewhere. So it needs to feel like that so you never get tired of it because there's no way to really work for like 14 to 20 hours a day without getting tired if you don't like it. So as long as it's something that you really, really like, no matter how weird it is or how much like people tell you it's not a realistic thing, you should just do it and do it like as long as you can. Because the thing about like burnout, people burn out when they do things they don't like. They don't burn out when they do things they like.
Right, that's real.
So
that's
do
real.
something you really, really like no matter what and just don't stop. And eventually it's just going to take off.
Once upon a time, they said kids were playing video games was nonsense. And now they're making money playing video games. So I grew up, that was a nonsense dream, and now that's not.
It's
so
huge.
Yeah, what you said
I
is
was still playing video games.
Right.
I have a PlayStation 5. I don't have time to play as much, but they're on Twitch playing it, and they're making millions of dollars playing video games. Where it's now an adult thing. It's not even a kid thing anymore.
Like who would have thought?
Yeah.
So,
all right. So if we had you back on in 3 years, what would need to happen for those to be the best 3 years of your life?
I need to hit my sales goals. I'm not gonna say how much it is, but it's a lot.
Yeah,
I just want to hit my goals because everything else is like
you don't want to. You don't. Sorry to cut you off, but you don't want to put that number in the air.
Okay, so I did a new business plan to scale to 1.5 million a year.
Okay,
which is not hard to do,
right?
Because just think about how much I need to sell per month,
right?
And I'm probably going to switch over to like a subscriber kind of thing where they're subscribed in. And they get the products every like 90 days.
Yeah,
so that's easier because then
that's really smart.
Exactly
I love that.
So if I sell like my average order is like around $120, but let's just say it's 100, and I do 1,000 a month, then I just do 1,000 a month every month for a year, and I could make like $1 million.
There you go.
So
that's a way of looking at it, understanding how you're breaking down the product, how much I need to sell in order to get to this point, because people look at the big number It
They get
does seem
scared of
far
it.
hard, but when you see it how you see
It's
it,
a small number.
It's attainable.
It is.
Yeah,
$1 million is just $1,000 1,000 times.
Right.
That's a perfect way to look at
Not
it.
that much. Make $1,000 1,000 times. You got $1 million. Do that every year. Figure it out.
Right. No, that's
Right.
that's real.
Real simple.
All right. So where can everybody find you at?
Okay, so they can go to my Instagram is Marcus Millions _ and then Shop Love Thy Skin is the brand, and then lovethyskin.shop is the website.
Awesome.
Okay.
super dope.
Yo, it's been a pleasure having you. I would love to keep going, but we gotta wrap it up.
That's fine. I'll come back and visit y'all.
So
Yeah,
this,
definitely.
I'm always out here.
yes.
Absolutely.
So this is it for the SOP. I'm Sal,
T.
Your boy Ryan.
and this is.
Marcus Andre.
Hey.
Hey.
Y'all have a good one.
You making shrewd business moves, shrewd in judgment too, shrewd marketing astute. Don't ever get me chopped and screwed. You can't lose. Our podcast definitely shrewd. Each and every week